My name is Shedrack Haruna. I'm representing the chairman, chief executive of NDLEA. I'm the secretary.
You are what?
I'm the secretary and the head of the secretariat of NDLEA.
The secretary of NDLEA.
Yes.
Were you here in the last meeting we had here?
No, I was not here, but I'm seized of all the facts and the evidence adduced and the issues.
Why is the chairman not here?
Oh, I'm sorry. The chairman would have been here himself, but he is currently attending to his health.
His what?
He's attending to his health outside the country, and that's why he's not here. And he had asked me to graciously request your permission to represent him at this meeting.
Do you have
permission?
What is your offer? We have discussed this thing extensively. We're not going to go through it again. The only thing that is left is what is NDLEA offering by way of treatment and by way of the death child.
Mr. Chairman, sir, we have made an, and in fact, it's an unfortunate accident that happened. Yes, it's not it's unfortunate. The offer we have made is 25 million.
How much?
It's 25 million.
For what?
The chairman.
For what?
We have requested.
Is it for the dead child or for the child that is injured?
Mr. Chairman, the issue had actually gone through a long process.
Is it for the dead child of, I asked you if you can take decision for NDLEA, you say yes.
Yes.
But we will impose a fine here today.
Sorry, my lord?
We will impose a fine here today. The Senate as a body. I'm not sitting here on my own authority. I'm sitting here representing the Senate, the entire Senate.
Yes.
We will make a decision here to make decision for NDLEA. You say yes.
Yes, my lord.
Very good.
Yes.
And I'm asking you again, what is the offer?
25 million, sir.
I'm asking you, is it for the dead child or for the child that has been injured? There are two cases here. One child is dead, in the grave, today, dead. Do you have a child? Do you have a child, sir?
I have
Very good.
I have children.
Very good. Yes. One of them is in grave today, dead. I'm asking you, what are you offering? Is that what you're offering to the dead child for the dead child, or what you're offering for the one that has been injured, that probably cannot see again?
Mr. Chairman, with due respect,
Chairman, 25 million?
If you want me to respond,
okay, go ahead.
Respond, sir.
Go ahead. Where's an accident? A bullet was shot that ricocheted and killed a child.
Ricocheted bullet.
And you said,
not,
okay, go ahead.
Ricocheted bullet is not a willful act.
Okay.
Neither is it done in negligence.
Okay.
So we are not here to even ask to argue the case, as you have rightly said. But we have been in all these situations supporting the family, and they know that. We put up all the support necessary for the child whose eye was blighted to be treated. We have given all what we need to do. We've been supporting them. And we had even come to a conclusion, including arbitration, with the help of the governor of the state, the Commissioner of Justice, and even the case is also before the House Committee on Public Petitions as well. Ordinarily, this is the Senate. Ordinarily, this thing would have been treated as an abuse of parliamentary process.
Oh, really? Please explain that to me. Why?
Mr. Chairman, sir,
yes.
This is it's the Parliament of the Republic of Nigeria,
yes,
where we have two chambers of both the Assembly and the Senate.
Yes.
When a matter is before one of these chambers, it is not necessary for the system to be overheated or to be abused by instituting the same thing in another chamber. This happens even in court. You can't have a case in court in one court and go with the same case in another court. It will amount to abuse of the process. And we want to say with due respect, sir, that this is an abuse of parliamentary process.
Speak all the language you want to speak on earth. You can talk about whatever parliamentary procedure you want to lecture us on, but we are telling you that there is a child that is dead. And you are cold. You are so cold over that matter.
Mr. Chairman,
you are so cold. I asked you, do you have a child?
Mr. Chairman, we are not cold.
You are very cold. If you were not cold, you would not be offering 25 million. And first of all, what was the decision in the House of Rep? What was the conclusion?
The conclusion is still ongoing.
Because you are dribbling.
No.
Oh, you are dribbling.
Mr. Chairman, would you
because you don't want to make a decision on this matter. We will make a decision.
With due respect.
We will make a decision.
What I want to say.
And we will also inform the House of Rep. We made a decision.
Mr. Chairman, sir, with due respect, sir, We're not here this afternoon to even exchange, to do this exchange.
I won't exchange that with you because I will excuse you out. I will make a decision.
Yes, sir.
I will not exchange any word with you, but you are trying to tell us that you cannot tell us how to operate here.
Mr. Chairman, if
You
I,
cannot.
If I sounded
You cannot
so,
at all.
If I sounded so, I'm so sorry about that.
You cannot tell us here. Your chairman was supposed to, I wouldn't be speaking to you. It's your chairman I wanted here. But you just said because your chairman is attending to his health issues, I understand that. And you come here to come and tell us how we should run this committee, you know.
Mr. Chairman, I'm so sorry if I sounded so, but that's not my intention.
I may have to excuse you because that I'm telling you are very rude. You are telling me that is an abuse of the process? How dare you? I'm here to waste my time. And we are talking about a child that is dead. Another one may not see for the rest of his life. And you are offering Patrick 25 million for what? For what?
Mr. Chairman, I'm so sorry.
And instead of you to answer to that question, you are telling me it's an abuse of the process. No. Take that word back, please. Take it back.
Okay, I will retract.
Sir, you were here that day. Was this a plan to bring him to come and insult us?
We have done so much to see how we
can you make a phone call? What are you offering? If you want to make a phone call to your chairman, please make that phone call. We will make a decision and we'll stand by it. If you want to give you time, I'll give you time to make a phone call.
Mr. Chairman, my instruction...
Can I adjourn so that I can make a phone call?
Mr. Chairman, I will accept that.
Very good.
Thank you.
Let me adjourn this.
I have made all efforts to get to the chairman, to my chairman, under whom I'm acting. I'm actually an agent. And he gave me the firm instruction as I was coming, that this is what they have agreed with the lower house to be implemented. And this is what they have agreed with the governor of Delta State. So I was just reporting the instructions given to me. It wasn't my own. So I was never called. It's not my intention to be called. If I come across, I apologize to the family as well. I'm not called. I have not been able to get in touch with the chairman because I know just about this time is probably when he will be busy with them in the clinic. So what I will humbly ask this committee to do for me, sir, is to request for a very short adjournment to enable me to come back here, get back to my principal, and come back here. Adjournment for a week, just like you've done for the last parties. I'll be glad if you can give us a week to come back here, because I've not been able to get to my principal to know if he could offer more than this. But I do know as a fact that the amount which is proposed is what has already been agreed with the lower house, what has been agreed with the court, and even the governor of Delta State. So coming to this committee is like, oh, well, I will not agree with it. But he hadn't come back to us to say, I'm not taking the 25 million. So it's not a question of me presenting this offer to the committee.
I want to correct a very, very misleading information coming from the side of the NDLEA. As regards, he keep mentioning that thing, abuse of process. No, there's an information I want to give. That is an erroneous thing altogether, because this matter, we have both appeared before the Senate long before because it was when the case in court, Senate said they cannot take steps until it is withdrawn, which we eventually did. So the Senate hearing precedes the House of Rep hearing. So there's nothing abused there. We were both here together since 2023. So it's not a new case here. It's an ongoing case. So that has to be settled so that we put the record straight. If there's any abuse, it should be on the side of the other side, not here. And now on the issue of agreement over on 25 million, I don't know where he got that from. Except he has document to show when we were signatory to that, we arrive at any agreement of any amount. We told the House of Rep Committee 2 billion. We didn't shift our ground. 2 billion cannot metamorphose to 25 million. I don't know where he got that figure from. As per Delta State Governor, I've never sat with Delta State Governor on this matter. Not to talk of arriving at a figure. Delta State Governor promised to, on their own, assist the family to fly the child out of the country to the US, where he was referred to for treatment. We were hearing through the rumors that Delta State government approved 90 million naira. We got to hear from the rumor source, and they were almost blackmailing the young couple. No money of such was ever released. I don't know how Delta State government now become an arbiter as to be mediating how much NDLEA we give to instead of compensation. That never happened. It's a hollow perjury.
What is the source of the figure you are quoting? Okay. Not the story behind what has happened and what is happening.
It is actually what we presented to the House Committee and what we have consistently said we can afford. That's the offer. And on that offer, the Delta State government said they'll up it to them. Then the House Committee said, okay, go and discuss this issue. We're still in that deliberation. We have not even concluded. The House Committee referred us to their own hospital where they said the child should be examined. The child had been examined. And they said, yes, this treatment could be done by bringing their own expert from India to look at the eye.
It just occurred to me, it keeps occurring to me, that what about the dead child? Who speaks for that child? Who speaks for that child? Who will speak for that child? Wait, this committee will speak for that child. That dead child, we will speak for him. Who will speak for him? I must let you know that right away. We will speak for that child. That child is not dead or forgotten. We will not be dead or forgotten. We will speak for that child. If it's my child, I will raise hell. And I'm sure if it's your child, you will raise hell. We will raise hell for that child.
Nothing that can assuage the pains. I have the scar, and I have the pains as I sit here. Nothing can assuage that. But we're talking of the living. We're talking of this guy whose eye meant so much to him as a child and as an adult to be. The whole petition was actually in respect of the living child. We look at the whole thing and see that, look, nothing, even if you paid billions, you can't bring that child back. Never. So the concentration is on the living child. How do we do it? We know the pains is there. Everybody carries such scars all the time. But the point there is, it becomes torturous, as you know, Mr. Chairman, that if anyone had been negligent or reckless in the handling of this gun, in fact, nobody will say anything about this. We know that it is torturous at that point. But this is not an issue where even the man who shot the gun is already battling with his own life. He's battling with his life. He's facing criminal charge in court. He's there. We allow the process to go on, the police. We never interfere with it. But what we are saying is, what do we do? What do we do to help the living child?
We are vehemently opposed to that application for adjournment. It is part of their perennial games and gimmicks to stall progress in this matter. Like you rightly observed, who speaks for the dead child? They are not even interested in the welfare and well-being of the one that is surviving under a serious threat to his destiny. They've altered his destiny. That alone, if we want to assess the damage on that, it is going to be heavier than we're even claiming now. Far above 2 billion. Not talk of the one that is gone 6 feet below, whose destiny was terminated altogether. Now, he's talking about adjournment. There is no base for adjournment. He couldn't reach his principal. He had the power to speak. After he took his oath, you ask him the question twice, and he answered twice. Are you having authority to speak for the agent? He said yes. He cannot now make a turnaround to say he's no longer having the capacity. He is under oath. Unless he has come here to make fun of a very serious matter and to disrespect his body. So we are opposed to any adjournment. They have no intention to do anything meaningful. They just want to be playing politics of delay. They have no empathy. There's no humanity on their part. At the Law House Committee hearing, when they mentioned that figure, 25 million, the committee members, they flared up and said, for what? Don't let the world hear that figure again. I don't know where he arrived at the conclusion that the House accepted the insult as their own article of faith.
We're asking for time to speak with the chairman. But we've adjourned this case so many times. I'm not going to hold it against the chairman that he's not here because of his own health issues. So we all go through that and we all understand that. So what is heavy on our minds is whether or not to give you another date to speak with the chairman or to come up with something reasonable, but we'll give you a baseline, something will not, anything below that is not going to be acceptable at all.
Whatever ruling this honorable committee will make is dependent on what we have. We don't really, yes. No, the budget you've seen is probably, sorry, excuse me, I was not interfering. The budget you've seen is the personnel budget, the capital budget. So, Mr. Chairman.
But what we know is that justice must not only be done, but in this matter especially.
We know that justice must be done. Justice is done to every party concerned, both the accused person and then the victim and everyone. But what we have here, Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, I'm not insisting, but my authority was limited to 25 million.
All right.
And so why I ask is, can you give me time to see if we can confer with the chairman? Because if anything is foisted on us, it will become a problem, and we don't want to flout the order. No, we don't want to flout. We don't want to flaunt your order. 25th of October 2024, the chairman of the committee directed that a medical assessment should be conducted, and he directed that the National Assembly Clinic should do the assessment to arrive at a reasonable amount. On a date fixed, parties assembled at the National Assembly Clinic, but were directed to Specialist Hospital for Eye, which we went there. Out of the 3 hospitals requested, recommended, Tulsi Charai, Eye Foundation, and Skipper Hospital parties agreed to visit the Skipper Eye Clinic Hospital, being a neutral hospital where none of the parties had attended previously, to seek intervention for the boy's eye. At the hospital examination was conducted by the doctor on duty, who expressed the opinion that the hospital is capable of handling the case, but referred the patient to see a cornea expert for further evaluation, just to arrive at the amount reasonable you mentioned. Then on the date fixed, an expert was flown from India to do the assessment. A cornea expert was flown from India to do the assessment, but the parties refused to come. They were not there. So this is where we are, currently with the House Committee on Public Petition, telling us, go and do the examination to enable us see how scientifically we can come to what is reasonable. We've done all these ones. We've gone to the clinic here. We've gone to the specialist eye clinic. We were there. They say, okay, yes, we can handle it. But the hospital said, let us get our cornea expert to come from India. The day the man came, they were not there. So we have been supporting them. We've paid series of money to them. They cannot deny that. We've supported them, even they are staying in Abuja each time they come. We've written to the hospital for them.
This was your child that was dead, and this was your child that is permanently impaired for life. How much compensation would you be asking for?
Very subjective, because I may tell you I will not ask for anything. I may tell you I will ask for billions of billions. It's a very subjective question, the Honorable Distinguished Member. And if you allow me, sorry, I will not be able to answer this question. They wanted to go to US. They requested for 78 million or thereabout. I can't recall, but just that amount. We know we hadn't that money, but we wrote to the presidency to come to our aid. How else do you see that we have been showing concern about this issue. Compassionate ground. We did not say, oh, no, we're not liable. We know it's an accident, but we did not say it is not a foreseeable thing, so we're not liable. We did not say so. We have been following the whole process with them. But the concern we have is this. They have always moved from one place to another. They have gone to the press to malign the agency. We didn't bother about that. They've gone to the House Committee. They've gone to court. The Delta State government had come to our aid. And we're looking for all support to see how we can do this. The expert who came told us that the cornea is reversible and that it should be done immediately. And we had wanted to see from the beginning, even when they wanted to go to US, we said, look, they can do this in Lagos. We'll pay for it. They said, no, they want to go to US. We supported them by writing a letter to Foreign Affairs to give them visa to go. We supported them by even contacting the American embassy for them to be granted visa. And they said, no, it's a personal issue. Government should not come into this matter. We supported them by paying certain bills each time. And the last one we paid was 5-point-something million. And the family cannot deny this. We have never let them in the cold all this while. The chairman has shown personal empathy by going to visit them. And so it is not a question of, oh, government is taking a bold face and saying, no, we don't care about what happened. We have always been supporting them. And the document we presented before the Honorable Committee, the submission we made, if you go through the chronology of that paper, you would have seen the steps we have taken with this family all through this time. So we don't really expect that we should come here and be exchanging hot words the way we're doing. We never expected this to come from them. We thought we can work together to see how we can salvage the little child. But each time it comes to a very close consensus where this eye could be reversed, they will pull out of it. And the last one. Exactly. That's what the expert told us. The last time the hospital flew an expert down here, they refused to come for the assessment. So where have we shown any relaxed attitude towards them? We have not. We have always been helping. We have always supported. And this cannot be denied.
Okay. Sorry.
Simple. To debunk whatever claim is making about being there for the family. It is not true. This incident happened, it's over a year and 4 months now. We are almost approaching 2 years. And that was supposed to be, I'm talking about the treatment, not even the dead one, the emergency case. And I Foundation in Lagos and told that the best in Nigeria, they referred him to the US. They were put on notice. They were aware. And they said the cost should be brought forward. The cost was submitted to them. Now, in their characteristic manner, they said they are not going to bear the cost. That is just the basic truth. How they have been here, there for the family is yet to be seen. Our coming to Abuja, each time we come to Abuja for hearing, at the, while it was pending before this body, and eventually before the lower house, we'll be footing our own bills. The flights, the hotel bills. No. We live in Delta State. We come, we fly into town, we stay in hotel for the duration of our stay. I don't know whether it is the dream they are supporting, picking the bills. The last time before the committee, I have to protest when they were asking for frivolous adjournment again like they're doing now. I said, Chairman, if you are minded to grant this adjournment, we will not be economically held responsible for their own frivolities. The committee chairman said, no problem. He brought out, I put the bill before him that we have accumulated in our almost over 2 weeks stay because he wanted accelerated hearing because the matter is too serious to be toyed with. He saw their mood that they wanted to be playing waiting game and time wasting. He said because he has said accelerated hearing and is not going beyond that, he will personally, from his pocket, I gave her the bill. He brought out 2 million from his own pocket to assist us to offset the bills. NDLEA were there. They didn't offer 1 penny. And they are saying he did not come to their own preferred clinic as against what the experts prescribed. I have not seen anybody who kills somebody and will say he must be given the duty to show where he will be buried. It's not their duty to tell us where the child will be treated. That's what they're trying to do. That's even for that. So again, if this body is minded of in granting this adjournment, which we are opposed to, the cost of our flying into town on the next adjourned date should be imposed on them. They should foot the bill. It's only fair and just. That's the only way they will toe the line of decency.
Adjourn till Friday, this Friday, 11 a.m. on Friday. And it will be the only case on our calendar of that day. And we advise that you show up that day, but we will convey a meeting that day, and we'll make a decision that day. We are just hoping that you'll be there on that day to assist us to make that decision. But we will make a decision on Friday, 11 a.m. And that will be the decision of this committee. Anything that NDLEA is offering to cushion that, at least for you to stay until Friday.
The issue of supporting them, or the question of supporting them, we have not even received our allocation for this. So I cannot answer that because I don't have the money is not in there for us. Yes.
This committee will assess you for the stay until Friday. And so this committee stand adjourned until Friday, 11 a.m. Thank you. Clerk.